Valentin Elizalde didn't know he was accidentally writing his death note when he wrote his song A Mis Enemigos, which was dedicated and made in the name of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, leader of the Sinaloa Cartel at the time. The subject of the song is simple. It's basically a big middle finger to any enemies of El Chapo, who the song was interpreted for. This on its own is not really an issue and wouldn't have been a problem to worry about. After all, narco corridos are common even today, with the new generation of regional singers also participating in the long-term Mexican tradition. The problem with this occurred on November 23, 2006, when Valentin Elizalde had a show in Palenque de Reynosa, Tamaulipas, territory of El Chapo's rivals, Los Zetas. If you don't know who Los Zetas are, just picture the most violent, no moral having, evil, cold-blooded people on earth and multiply it by 3 and you have them. No, seriously, they are quite possibly the worst cartel you could ever run into. Valentin Elizalde was advised to not perform there, but he obviously ignored the suggestions from his team. Upon arrival, Valentin Elizalde was told to not sing the song live, so he was allowed to perform, but he was told if he sang that song in their territory, he would die. That night, he was also approached by a kid and he asked him if he could sing that song for him. According to close ones, Valentin loved performing for people and all he cared about was making his fans happy. In addition, that night in attendance was one of the founding members of Los Zetas, El Hummer, watching Valentin perform. I don't know what exactly Valentin was trying to prove because he didn't just play the song once. He decided to start his performance with the song and end the performance with the song. After his performance, as Valentin and his team were loading his truck, Valentin was told by a group of men that the boss was there and he needed to go say hi and pay his respects, to which Valentin replied that he couldn't because he had a flight to catch. Shortly after this, and not even more than 100 yards away from where he was performing, his truck was intercepted by the same group of men and rained with bullets coming from AK-47s and AR-15s, with more than 70 shells found on the scene. 8 bullets hitting Valentin directly in the head, torso, legs, and arms. He wasn't the only fatality of that night. His manager and chauffeur were also killed alongside him. His cousin Fausto Elizalde was also in the truck but somehow managed to escape death that night. Fausto said he went to grab Valentin because he thought he didn't get hit and was just trying to hide from the bullets. He said Valentin never spoke, but he could see Fausto with his left eye still being open. When Fausto pulled him out, that's when he noticed Valentin was gone. Valentin Elizalde died at the young age of 27. I guess you could say he falls under the 27 club. He was Mexico's most popular regional artist at the time who was just getting started and had a bright future ahead of him. The reason for his death till this day is still all speculative. No one has been charged and no arrests have been made. Some have gone as far as to say that the same cousin that held him in his final moments set him up. You may say it sounds like a stretch, but that same cousin is now married to Valentin's widowed wife. It is believed that Valentin wasn't even supposed to be performing that day in Tamaulipas. He originally had a show in Tijuana, but his cousin Fausto changed the day and set it up for the Palenque de Reynosa. Fausto's ex-wife also has stated many times that she believes he set Valentin up and claims that on the days leading up to the show, he was very nervous as if he knew something was going to happen. He didn't travel or go sign autographs with Valentin like he usually would, and she even claims he kept telling her he didn't want to go with him for that specific performance. According to Valentin's mom, Valentin didn't want to do the show in Reynosa. He had told her many times he didn't pull out because he didn't want to disappoint the fans and he was already committed. At the time of the shooting, Fausto was laying in the back of the truck because he claimed he felt bad, so all of the bullets missed him. In addition, since Valentin only had one wife, Gabriela Sabag, to whom he was legally married at the time of his death, she would go on to own all his assets and intellectual property. Adding more fuel to the fire years down the line, Fausto would announce his marriage with Gabriela Sabag. You can come up with your own conclusions as to what caused Valentin's death, but all in all, long live El Gallo de Oro.